All right, so welcome, and we are honoured to be here, and we thank you all for being here and for tuning in. Today we want to be bringing through everything that is connected to your human experience, because this is going to be very helpful for you as you acknowledge exactly where you are and what you are doing, because sometimes we can be aimlessly moving throughout our experience but not knowing exactly why we are here and what's the point of all of this. I'm sure along your own journey you may have woken up, or even during your day through challenging times, you get to this point and you wonder, what is the point of all of this? Well, we'll tell you quite simply, and all it is for the expansion. You're here purely for the expansion of the collective consciousness, not only for your own consciousness, but as you contribute consciously to your own consciousness, your entire human experience is part of a collective that then enables the growth, the expansion of the entire collective consciousness. And that's where we want to be. That's where the focus is, because as that expands, there is more and more information going into that consciousness. And as the Christ consciousness expands, which is just the purity of consciousness, everything that is connected purely to source, as well as the contrasting points, the 2 points that enables it to develop more the intelligence of this consciousness, and it moves into an expansion that is beyond the human comprehension. But if we just stay here on the earth plane with you all for the moment, simple terms, it is for the expansion of your consciousness. So everything to do with your growth, everything to do with you. And this is why you must be ensuring, not just for yourself, but for the collective, for the people that are around you and further afield. This is why it is important, if you care for the human existence and why you're here on the earth, if you care for the entire collective consciousness on earth, if you care for yourself, you must remember to return to yourself, because it always starts with your own consciousness. If you can focus and calibrate and curate your own consciousness to its purity, a little bit like when you're a child coming in, before all the programmings and the beliefs and everything that was put upon you that became quite heavy, that became quite dark at some points, that you must say. And that weight, that burden, as you began to carry it and began to believe that that was part of you, that itself, dear ones, is what you are tidying up. That itself is what you are transcending. That itself is what you are removing, so that you can return to the child that you were as you entered, that pure source consciousness. You want to return home to that. That's the journey, dear ones. It is the path of the heart, and as we move along the path of the heart, which is essentially the path going home to your spirit, it is a beautiful journey home, because it is the shedding. And as you shed like the snake, each layer reveals the magnificence of who you are and the magnitude of what you are capable of. So as you shed the illusions that you have collected on your way during this human existence, this experience, we want you to enjoy it, to know that yes, there is a process of shedding, and yes, it can be challenging at times as you leave behind all that you have collected. And as you move through your timelines, all the characters, as you reminisce and reflect upon all the different characters that you have been, it can be quite emotional, one of your bodies that we work on. But as you loosen the grip and let go, you will see essentially more and more lights, bringing more and more of that light quotient, but you'll see the unraveling of the returning home as you get closer and closer to your beautiful hearts. That is part of the journey, you see. What is the point of that? Well, as you do that, you see, there will always be humans who will be either a few steps ahead of you or a few steps behind you. So, surround yourself with the ones who are a few steps ahead of you, and surround yourself with those that have your highest purpose at heart. And then you will effortlessly, as you work on yourself, on your own consciousness, that is all you need to do, concern yourself with, be responsible for, prioritize. As you do that, you will notice ever so effortlessly, you will then start attracting, guiding those who are a few steps behind you. That is the entire process. You will see it from the top, people operating in this world, whether you want to go into different sectors. Just take a look around of who you listen to. Just take a look around and the people that inspire and motivate you. Even take a look around at some of the people on screen. Of course, using the power of discernment, choose wisely. But our message is simply, there are people a few steps ahead of you. There always will be. And there will be people a few steps ahead of those people. And then, as you effortlessly work on yourself, there will be people a few steps behind you. That is the entire system and the process of how this chain works. As you consciously work on yourself, love yourself, work with the higher frequencies, transcend the lower frequencies, that's all there is. And that's all you need to do, regardless of the noise that takes place. Whether it is a noise from your relationships, the noise from being a mother, the noise of being part of a certain group, the noise from running a business, the noise from work, whatever it may be, it is irrelevant. And that is the message we want you to remember as you listen to us. The only relevance that you need to remind yourself of every day is you and how you move throughout your world, how you are moving. A, your physical body. B, your emotions. And 3, your mental body. That is the only concern of yours. Everything else is irrelevant. And as you continue to take your focus and energy home to your heart, you will notice that your reality continues to take shape. And as the more you move towards light, and as the more you bring back consciousness into your vessel, again, you will notice the higher dimensional frequencies taking place all around you and not just within you. It is a subtle process, and that's why many do not stay the course. It is a subtle process that when you can come into the sensitivities of this realm, and when you start noticing and recognizing everything that is taking place on the subtle field, it is pure magic. That is where magic happens. Magic is happening all around you. It is not just a phrase that is thrown around. For those that know, magic is taking place even as we speak to you. And once you arrive on the subtle field, by working on your sense perceptions and working on bringing through consciousness into every cell of your being, as you do this, you step into a subtle field, the subtle realm. Magic takes place in every moment here, dear ones, and we want you to have a taste of that. Once you have a taste of it, you'll never look back, you'll never go back. You will continue driving the energy to your heart and begin the process of embodying your spirit, because that's exactly what is happening here. And once you enter this realm of pure magic, you'll continue spreading this effortlessly all around you. And that is how you start drawing everything to you, and that is how you become a magnet. It is happening in the subtle field, dear ones. So remember, take care of your physical body. Take care of everything that is happening at a physical level, at an emotional level, and at a mind level, the mental body. After that, you move into the spirits. And we thank you all for being here. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yahweh.